What's good, my quick crypto family and coin factory family, back again with another stream. 31 days in a row, not even almost 1 full month now of streaming every single day, and I plan to continue doing this sort of thing. So yeah, very, very big. I'm very happy to reach this milestone with you guys as well. And we got, again, some more bullish news to talk about in this video today regarding, well, the inevitable catalyst and developments happening with crypto and Kaspa right now. You know, the wait is almost over. I know we've got some market sentiments to look out for, the rate cuts being the main one. We're going to get into a little bit, of course, in this live stream, but there's a lot incoming for Kaspa as well, which leaves me very optimistic about what is coming in for the very, very near future. As always, if you enjoyed the live streams, leave a like, share them with your friends, subscribe for more. And we're just going to go straight into it this time round. We can see that we've got some updates. First off here, this is not what it is. Don't know where. Here it is, yeah. So, of course, in regards to the KRC20, I talked about this a little bit in my live stream yesterday, that the KRC20 relaunch is imminent. It is very, very close. The wait for this is almost over. You know, in less than 48 hours, we saw nearly 14 million transactions, which is considerable. It is absolutely insane, considering the first time round on the poor launch, it was 1.5 million. So that's a considerable increase, almost 10 times the increase in the transactions. And this already massacred what Litecoin would do. Litecoin's never done that before, so when the KRC20 is fully launched, I'm very, very optimistic and confident that Kaspa is going to absolutely obliterate Litecoin and every other chain as it continues to adopt its adoption and growing more and more. Leroy, my man, welcome back to the stream. Glad to have you here once again. And yeah, we've got some other stuff to talk about as well. You know, this is going to, of course, be a main talking point of this stream. Of course, KRC20 is going to be very, very big and what this will entail. But I want to talk some other things as well in regards to this time around, this post from Shy, which I thought is... I've had people ask me in this stream beforehand, and it's also important to note, you know, Shy had called this, right? So here, called it. This is the Pyrin community, right, in their Discord server. It's like, in the last couple of weeks, we made a turnaround and started a new strategy to promote Pyrin technology. Some of the changes are challenging, but we believe that this is the right thing to do. Some have worked fine and some less. This is a normal thing in an agile methodology, and the greatness of the team is to recognize when we should change them again to maintain the stability of the network. Ultimately, Pyrin have decided to revert from trying to be 10 BPS, reverting back to 1 block per second. So those who were, you know, Pyrin supporters fighting Kaspa, saying, well, Pyrin's already 10 BPS is better than Kaspa, they've reverted back. They could not handle 10 blocks per second. They didn't know how to keep it sustainable. They couldn't do it. And again, Shai adds on this more, saying it's also kind of amazing how the chief operating officer said this is a normal thing in the agile methodology. This has nothing to do with the agile methodology. All you've done since things have started is go haywire, is to make excuses. It's just a few small issues. It's just, they're not taking responsibility, effectively. That's what Shah's trying to say. They're just saying they're trying to do everything really, really quickly, really rash, not doing their due diligence, not doing their research, not doing everything by the book, and they've caused issues. I mean, if you look at Pyrin right now, on the on CoinMarketCap, we can see it's dropped considerably over the past, you know, well, as of late, recently. It's not, it was, you know, doing all right, and it's just dropped over the past the past week, even so, it's dropped 11%. And it's considering all these issues that come out, and it's not going to be good for its future either. And this is again why I try to reiterate that people who are trying to claim to be the next Kaspa, truth be told, they're not. There is not another project like Kaspa out there right now, none that can solve the trilemma, one that can do, you know, the block DAG efficiently. Only Kaspa been able to do that right now, which makes Kaspa, you know, head and shoulders right now above the remainder of the projects in this space. Again, you look at Kaspa right now, and it's all time, even in the last week. Last week, yes, it might be down because there's not enough market sentiment, but it's still at number 22. And it's still down less than Pyrin is. And equally, yeah, if you look at it in its all time, look at Pyrin and Kaspa in its all time. Pyrin came out a lot earlier, beginning of this year. Kaspa's been out, you know, since the peak of the last bull cycle, which is considerably longer. And look at where it's standing right now. No other project in the space has been able to do what Kaspa does, which is why, again, Kaspa is one of its kind, and why I believe that there will be many millionaires made with Kaspa in this cycle and cycles to follow as it continues to develop more and more through the help of the KII and, you know, the core devs in charge of, you know, helping Kaspa buy more and more. By Vechain, I mean, I've heard about Vechain. I can't say that I know too much about it, and I can't spell either. I mean, right now, $1.7 billion market cap, 12 million, 24-hour trading volume. It's been about since the beginning of this year. It's up 45%. I lie, not beginning of this year. It's been out in 2018. 2018 it's been launched, so it's been out for a very, very long time. Got all the major exchanges. It's a 45, so it's a project that is probably going to pump in the cycle. There's no doubt about it. If it was to return to its all-time high, probably 10x. So, you know, there's potential 10x on the card from something like Vechain, which isn't bad. But again, when I'm thinking about it in terms of Kaspa, I'm like, okay, well, Kaspa is a project that is in at 16 cents and has all the makers to reach $3. So that is a 15x. That's already more than what Vechain could be. So, I think Vechain, the fact that Vechain is such a massive project, I don't know too much about it, just based on this alone. I think, okay, it will probably return to its all-time high. So in that regard, it's something that you could probably make money from, potentially, but you've got to do your own research and find out more about the project before you invest into it. Don't just do it. Like, as soon as I see this, I'm like, okay, it's promising, cool, I'll do more research into it, and then decide whether I want to invest or not. So that's what you should always do. You find a project that looks promising, or you think it might look okay, and then you do more research into it to make your own decisions on that. Make sure to mint some natural. Yeah, when the KRC20 comes out very, very shortly, you'll finally see the meme tokens and other projects launch on Kaspa, or the KRC20, and you'll be able to, you know, the meme tokens. Like, I'm not a big meme lover, truth be told, at least not right now. I'm saying this now for warning that that's probably going to change, because meme tokens can make you a lot of money quite quickly if, you know, you trade them correctly, which is not easy to do because meme tokens are very, very volatile. But due to that high volatility, meme tokens, again, can make you quick gains. And you can then, I'm not saying something you should hold meme tokens long term. That's not something. Meme tokens have no utility, no real use case. Meme tokens are good for bringing volatility onto a chain. So bringing meme tokens onto the KRC20 will bring more initial adoption onto the KRC20, onto Kaspa, which will help in the adoption and growth of Kaspa in times to come. So I will hopefully and most definitely be looking into getting a little bit of meme tokens on the launch of KRC20 when they are released as well, because I think it'll do very, very well. And the my man, welcome back to the stream. I'm hoping to see you buy more Kaspa today, because you always do that. Yeah, look at Pyrin's chart. It is terrible. It is terrible, and it's just, again, it's just indicative of what every other project in this space that seems to claim to be the Kaspa killer right now. No one right now can be the Kaspa killer. I'd fail to see anyone to be a Kaspa killer, because they can't simply do what Kaspa's done. That even Kaspa, they have 10 BPS on lock, but they're making sure they do their due diligence, and they're spending 6 months fine tuning. Like, if we go back to the Crescendo, the Operation Crescendo that Michael Sutton posted about regarding the 10 BPS migration, which is somewhere I've retweeted. I hope I have, at least I should have done. How long ago was it? I don't actually remember. It's quite a while back now. Is it? Okay, I'm gonna just. Okay, here it is. Yeah, so Operation Crescendo. I'm gonna go through I'm just gonna go through it my own Discord server, because it's a lot easier for me to find it there. Monthly thread. Apologies, I'm a bit knackered today. KRC20 Crescendo, there it is. Okay. So, as we can see here, Operation Crescendo, this is a blog by Michael Sutton created on the 19th of August. It talks about, the operation and, the kind of goal of Crescendo, where it's going to go from here. There is meant to be, I think it's loading right now, but it's meant to be a pipeline, a roadmap of the implementation, but ultimately the steps just showcase that they've done the launch of stabilization already of Rust, of 10 BPS. They've identified the bottlenecks already as well. So all they're doing now is just improvements, enhanced experience, additional features, improvement. They've done the groundwork already. 10 BPS is already functioning and working, and we know it works. But Kaspa wants to make sure that everything is perfect, to make sure there are no problems that arise later on. So they're taking their time doing their due diligence and just fine tuning again and again and again. So they don't have this sort of instance that Pyrin happens. Pyrin are not taking responsibility for the issues they've caused effectively, because they've not done the due diligence. But Kaspa's team would take responsibility, and that's also why they're making sure they don't have this issue by fine tuning again and again and again. Do you think Kaspa is at the risk of becoming unprofitable to mine? Right now it is. Right now, with Kaspa being valued at 16.37 cents, down 1.40% on daily time frame. Right now, miners are not making profit. So, well, I'm not sure of all of them, but a fair amount of miners right now are not making profit from mining Kaspa. Which is also why I think the fair value, or the bottom for value, and this is based on the power law as well. I think the value for Kaspa should be at least 19 cents right now. So right now it's not profitable, which is also why, you know, when we're seeing a massive milestones hit again and again like this, with now we're officially above 1 EH. You know, that is insane. We had this a few days ago, but now we have it on this website, which is the most common website people use to find the indicators. This is very, very big news. This is showcasing that we are seeing an increased adoption and security of Kaspa, which also showcases an increasing in miners who are mining Kaspa as well. But it means that because it's so hard to mine Kaspa right now, because this is also increasing the security, the difficulty to mine blocks, miners are spending more effort than they are to, you know, make money off it. Because again, the price has not really risen since then, or rose. So in that regard, so they're not making money now, but in due time, I'm very confident that this will change as the market sentiments start unfolding. KRC20's release, which will give Kaspa miners more opportunities to mine and make money through Kaspa, through mining and minting KRC. They can mine KRC20 tokens, they can make money through transactions as well. And with that as well, they've seen increased adoption of Kaspa and the demand. The rate cuts will come through, and once they come through, it more likely to see a correction in the markets. Very soon afterwards, I'm sure we will then start seeing the reversal and the push towards the 30 cents region. Right now, if you look at the hash rate on Kaspalytics website, it suggests that right now the market price for Kaspa should be roughly around 30 cents. It's not there right now. That will likely change as time comes on. Right now, September's due to be quite a, dare I say, bearish month. Typically speaking, historically speaking, September tends to be quite a bearish month for crypto, for crypto and stock markets and just financial or risk asset markets in general, due to rate cuts. It's just what happens every single cycle. It happens. September's not a very good month, but then following in October, you see a lot more. You see one of the best months with crypto, so you see a lot more bullish momentum. So I think with many developments coming up for Kaspa in September, again, KRC20, you've got potential Kraken listing because they already confirmed their got a spot listing on their way. You've got KII, who have confirmed that there's going to be an enterprise event with Kaspa in September, where they'll be talking about support measurements for the launchpad, the KII launchpad, and also for enterprises to get access to Kaspa, and also industry partnership with Kaspa happening in September likely as well. I think September is going to be a month where Kaspa will correct, as crypto will, but it will stem the bleeding and not correct potentially as far as other projects, and might even then ignite a bullish momentum sooner than other ones as well, because there's a lot coming for Kaspa, especially as the adoption grows more and more, and eventually when Kaspa starts launching their own stablecoin, which is another massive talking point in and of itself. I mean, yeah, this is going back to the Vechain thing. I don't think Vechain is, again, from what little I saw of Vechain just on the market, I'm like, okay, cool. So what little I saw of Vechain, I saw on the coin market cap, I'm like, okay, so it's not terrible, you know, it's a decent sized project, so in that regard it will likely return to an all-time high, but in comparison to Kaspa, probably not. I don't think it's more beneficial having Vechain over Kaspa. All I've bought today is 0.0002 Kaspa. That is still some Kaspa, my man. So as always, every single stream you come in here supporting the stream, supporting the content, and you're buying more Kaspa, so you're a legend, my man. Beebs, welcome, my man. Welcome, hello, future crypto millionaires. How will becoming unprofitable to mine FET Kaspa? Well, the theory, and understandable theory, is that if it becomes unprofitable to mine Kaspa, it being a proof of work project, the miners therefore will stop mining, because they're not making money from mining Kaspa. They're expanding more efforts to mine the project than they are making profit off it, so they'll stop mining Kaspa. However, the reason why they're still mining it now is because they understand that the market is in a downtrend. It's a bit of a consolidation phase, and this will very soon change. And eventually, even Kaspa will start, you know, massively increasing in value, where they'll start making profit. Right now, it's not profitable to mine Kaspa. When the market turns and Kaspa starts increasing in value, it will then be more profitable to mine Kaspa. And not to mention as well, the miners are also very likely aware, because they've been told by the Kaspa devs and the community, that they will be able to make other means of making money and income through the launch of KRC20. So there will be the unprofitable to mine Kaspa could affect Kaspa in the sense that we could potentially see more corrections coming through. But because it's a proof of work project and a fair launch, and it's, the trilemma solver, there's so much incoming for Kaspa right now, and it's seemingly the only one that's following in Bitcoin's footsteps. If it's unprofitable to mine Kaspa, more likely we're just going to see a reversal, and the price will have to rise to accommodate those miners. When is the key question, right? It's the golden question. When is really anyone's guess? You can make educated guesses. I predict we'll start seeing a reversal. I want to say sometime in September, maybe later on, going into October. I think we'll start seeing some developments. It depends on when the rate cuts come through, how early into September they come through, how severe they are. It will depend on when Kraken lists Kaspa, which could be next month. There'll be a lot depending on when we start seeing this reversal, because ultimately we need to see the liquidity in the market. And the liquidity right now is not there because there's a worry of recession due to there being rate cuts incoming. What's hash rate and why is it important? Hash rate, simply put, is it showcases the increase in adoption of the project and the increase in security, right? So the higher this number, which obviously has dropped down from it being at just 1.02 EH just a second ago, the higher the number, it showcases the more adoption in Kaspa and also more security. Which is good for proof of work projects because that shows their use case is really, really good, and that therefore incentivizes investor confidence. For when people see a higher hash rate, they're like, oh, the project's more secure, it's also a bigger project, therefore we should get involved. So that's kind of the basics of hash rate. And equally though, if you want to understand a lot more about hash rate, then shameless plug as always, I've got a free Discord server that I've just linked in the chat. Where in the server, in this community, we are all working to increase our knowledge to find the true money makers, the true crypto gems, to be a part of what will be the biggest wealth transfer in history. Is on my homepage, in the chat, in the description, and in this community, I've got information tabs where people can find information that I've posted and other people, because it's not just me. Everyone collectively working to increase our knowledge, to help everyone increase our knowledge. And in the community, we have showcased evidence and. I posted in there that following Binance's live AMA interview with Kaspa, which was very, very successful, 75,000 views, more than their return to India, absolutely insane. Following that, they then released a blog, which I'm hoping I'm going to find. I'm going to find it, so don't worry. They released a blog though, basically giving a 100% understanding of what hash rate is. You know what? Again, just going to go through my community and find it, because that's the easiest way for me to actually get hold of it now, because my Twitter feed is just... I have so much stuff I retweet that it's hard to find it. Is it that one? Yes, here it is. So as we can see here, reposted by the Kaspa enthusiast, shout out to him. Binance, after reading this blog, your understanding of hash rate will be at 100%. Right here. This was following the day afterwards. The day afterwards, they had that AMA interview with Nicholas Sismill and Wolfie, representative of Kaspa. They released this blog to help everyone their understanding of Kaspa. So if you want to understand, then either just find this post. I'll even put it in the chat just for your convenience as well. Or easier and simpler still, check out my Discord server, free to join, and you get all the information there, and you can just find it for yourself. We've all learned quite a lot from the server already, and we'll continue to learn more and more as we all increase our knowledge and find the market sentiments. We've got some very, very knowledgeable people in the server, and people have been very, very happy with it so far. I think currently, I can say right now, we're at 275 members, and we're growing still very, very quickly. In the span of a month, 275 members is insane. So I can't wait to see where it'll go from there. Is 50k Kaspa enough to retire? Well, it depends on what your retirement sum is, because some people need millions, some people need just high thousands. If you want to have 50k Kaspa, to the sense of like you want to have just £1 million like liquid and then just live off that, then you go to a third world country maybe, but £1 million, truth be told, is not a stupid amount of money. If you have 50k Kaspa enough to make a sizable sum, and then you decide to maybe reinvest in other things, potentially, like for me, when I make my money from Kaspa, I might decide to look into maybe retail property and more Kaspa, of course. But I think 50k Kaspa is a very, very solid sum. is a very solid amount of Kaspa to be holding. And I think in the cycle, you have potential to make 250. If Kaspa reaches $5, for example, you'd be 250k. If it reaches $3, that's 150k. $10, that's 500k. So I think 50k is a strong amount of Kaspa to be holding. In 5 years, 5 years, there's potential for Kaspa to see. I think in 5 years, Kaspa should be at least $10. Like in the next cycle, Kaspa should most definitely hit $10 in the next cycle. So again, lots to look forward to for Kaspa as time goes on, and we continue seeing this growth for Kaspa. Robert Brown, welcome my man. What's up, all my Kaspa millionaires? What's up? Have you seen the new Japanese Kaspa project? I have seen small elements of it in regards to that they have a new community. I've not seen much more about it, but if you know more, please by all means, if you're in my server, link it in the chat, because we would love to see more about it. It'd be very, very big for us to all see that and know more about the Kaspa growth. Blue Mars, you'll be rich with 50k. I mean, there you go. Again, to further go back to what I was talking about, 50k Kaspa, you will be rich. To retire, it's a different story, because again, people's retirement money is a personal thing. How much you need to retire is your own decision, but you will be rich off that. And if you hold it based on the power law prediction, which is not the do or die indicator, I need to reiterate that power law is not a do or die indicator, but it's a good indicator to understand where Kaspa will be going to by 2032. It will be over $1,000. So that means ideally by 2032. So that's only 8 years away. 8 years away, you could hopefully have a stupid amount of money in Kaspa. We'll have to wait and see, because there's a lot coming for Kaspa. Tier 1's still not here yet, which is still waiting for. She's going to be very, very big. The KRI are going to be very influential for the growth of Kaspa, which I cannot wait for. I cannot wait to see what they're going to do with Kaspa. 10 BPS will be out. 10 BPS will definitely be out by then, if not 100 BPS. Smart contract will be out. Dagnot will be out. Kaspa will be dominating the energy sector. I can go on. You get the point. There's a lot incoming for Kaspa, so Kaspa should be, absolutely massacring every single project in this space. I believe by that point, it would definitely affect Ethereum. A lot of these... right now we have institutional adoption in crypto. That's fact. It's coming in more and more. We're seeing wave 2 coming more and more. I'm pretty sure one of the tabs I have here, that's not that one, we'll talk about that in a second. Look, CNBC reports that almost half of all corporate money raised for the presidential election is from Bitcoin and crypto. They're actually becoming the form of investment, the form of money to use for things. It's actually a very, very big deal. Wells Fargo, with $1.7 trillion AUM, it's allowed its wealth advisor to recommend Bitcoin ETF to their wealthy clients next month. Very, very bullish. We're seeing an increased growth with crypto. So in that regard, we're going to see a lot more development in the space. And a lot of institutions have also disclosed that right now, a lot of them, to get used to the crypto and the blockchain process, a lot of them are running off Ethereum right now. But Ethereum is not great. It's a proof of stake. It's got expensive gas fees. It's not the best. It's kind of the only alternative right now. But as regulations get put in play and these other projects start growing more and more, then we're going to start seeing a lot of institutions start flipping to these other protocols. Right now, the one that has a lot of speculation, a lot of hype around it, is the Ripple XRP Ledger protocol. XLM has some as well. Algorand, a lot of the real world utility tokens. And then with Kaspa, with its growth incoming as well, I'm sure we're going to see a shift in that regard as well. A lot of projects, a lot of institutions start utilizing Kaspa's chain as well, which is going to be releasing very, very shortly, which is very, very big to see. I also think that's one I want to talk about very quickly as well. Nothing, major news, but I think it's also kind of a weird coincidence, if you will, how, again, if those who remember, the very same day that Marathon announced they are mining Kaspa, which keep in mind, they were mining it since September last year, but they only announced it, around June, July. The very same day they announced it, Michael Saylor tweeted this, take a bite. It's Bitcoin, but in the same color wave as Kaspa. That for me is a very weird coincidence. Now, of course, Michael Saylor can't outright just say, yeah, I want to buy Kaspa now, because he's pretty much the face of Bitcoin, truth be told. So that would be very, very bad if he did that. But I think it's safe to speculate, at least, that he is a supporter of Kaspa and understands what they're doing. I mean, it's the reason why many Bitcoin maxis have jumped ship, or at least started looking into Kaspa. Lucky, for example, 2.2 million followers. 2015, he was in Bitcoin, and he's now started looking into Kaspa as well. Many people start getting into Kaspa. Marathon, again, they're getting into Kaspa. That's a very, very big deal. And Kaspa will have the highest stock to flow in history. Yes, I'm pretty sure that Nicholas Sismill confirmed. I don't, again, why am I going through my, I'll go through my daily. Nicholas Sismill confirmed in the short clip that I have again reposted in my free Discord server that, and I'm struggling to find it now because I'm, yeah, so they've confirmed, he confirmed that I think it's by 2029 that Kaspa in regards to the higher stock to flow ratio will flip Bitcoin. Like right now it's not there, but it will flip Bitcoin very, very soon. I'm trying to find I've showcased the video in in my most recent video. I showcased the short clip in this video here. So if you want to check it out in this video here. And equally I've retweeted it, and it's also again in my free Discord server, so you can find it through there as well. But yeah, Kaspa is quickly growing. Again, this is proof here, growing faster and faster, and in due time this it's already shaken up the industry. It's going to do even more crazy things as time goes on. To be honest, you really need 250k at least Kaspa to be a millionaire. I mean, yeah. It depends if you're looking like long term, holding Kaspa very long term, then 50k Kaspa, sure, I think you're sound. But me personally, I'm filling up more and more my Kaspa bag every chance I get, because I believe in where the project's going to go, and I want to have as much capital in it as possible. In this bull market, you won't be a millionaire off 50k Kaspa, but in the future, long term, I think you'll have a chance to. But me personally, again, I'm not going to be selling my Kaspa at all. Like, I'll take profits, of course, but I'll never be out of my Kaspa bag completely. Right now, again, Kaspa is just in this consolidation phase, if you will. I've been calling this for the whole month. I've said that Kaspa, at the very least, will just continue in this region right here, consolidating until we get towards, the rate cuts. Which, as we can see right now, there's a bit of a belief, or at least right now the market's in a bit of a downtrend due to the fact that tomorrow is September 1st, and that's when we should be hearing more about when Jerome Powell, the Federal Reserve Chairman, will be cutting rates and how severe they will be. We'll be hearing about it very, very shortly. We haven't heard about an official date or time or severity yet, but we will be finding out very, very shortly, so the market is preparing for that. So that's probably seeing a bit of a downtrend right now, in my opinion, and I think we'll see a downtrend continue from there onwards as well. With all the institutions and ETFs entering crypto, do you think this will have a major impact on the 4-year cycles? Yes and no. Yes and no. I think with institutions getting involved and with ETFs entering crypto, there will be a much bigger pump in this cycle than previous, right? I think we'll see more money into the crypto market this time around than ever before, which would be very, very big. But the 4-year cycle is something that I think will still continue, because it also syncs up with the presidential elections. It's convenient how the Bitcoin halving syncs up with the elections, like timing wise. The halving happens and then the elections are a few months afterwards. So yeah, I think it will impact this. I think this market will see a lot more sizable growth, and I think the correction potentially won't be as severe. Although we'll have to pay attention and wait and see for that, to see if that comes to fruition. But I think the 4-year cycle will be still a common factor. As the market matures more and more, there's potential, in maybe 20, 30 years down the line where, the markets have pretty much branched off into their own individual categories like gaming, AI, crypto. Then the 4-year cycle might differ, because they won't all be following Bitcoin by that point potentially. But we'll have to wait and see. In the more short term, I think there won't be too drastic of an effect just yet, besides more adoption, more liquidity in the market. Sup, Brady. Again, I'm so bad at it. Sup, Brady. Thank you very much for joining the stream once again. You've got to think about all the different angles that Kaspa is conquering, from energy to carbon credits, smart contracts, KRC20, no tier 1 listings, and it's a fair launch, so exchange have to buy Kaspa. Precisely. That's again why Kaspa right now, being where it's at number 22, is such a privilege, if you will. It's so undervalued, and there's so much development and adoption still to come for Kaspa. So much to come for Kaspa, which is why it being at a $4 billion market cap is impressive. It's very impressive, and it's likely going to turn tide very, very soon as we start seeing the developments all happen at once. The KRI, again, are going to be announcing partnerships and more developments next month. At the same time, the KRC20 is coming out, with Kraken confirming a spot listing that may be happening next month as well. There's 3 big developments that could happen next month. And if not, then think about October to come from there as well. We're going to, again, potentially see more developments come from that regard as well. The adoption going more and more for Kaspa. We'll see a stablecoin, I believe, because they've been working on it already from what I've heard. And I believe we'll see a stablecoin with Kaspa being launched very, very soon, because again, according to JP Morgan and to Harvard, the Business Review, Stablecoins have the ability to disrupt and replace the legacy system Swift. And they will gain, and once they are compliant with regulations, will gain significant market share, which is what Kaspa is trying to do now. So we'll see stablecoins come out, and Kaspa's, protocol, its block stack, its blockchain, its platform will gain more adoption, therefore increasing the value and use case and adoption and price of Kaspa. So again, a lot of the developments right now are taking place as we speak. A lot of them have already happened. It's been happening for years and years now, which I have sources to prove that, and I'm putting them in my Discord later today, because I just been just researching it and found it now. That these developments are happening for a very, very long time. These developments for the utilization of crypto, believe it or not, have been happening since the 2008 financial crisis. Since the last crisis, they've been already trying to figure out a way to avoid that happening again with the utilization of crypto. Which I'm going to, again, put that in my Discord server later on. But again, it's the point that we've seen this shift happen right now, and Kaspa is late, but it's got the technology to make a quick comeback. And sooner or later, we're going to start seeing the liquidity surge into Kaspa and the adoption and price grow with it as well. What's up for Sizzle? Crypto top man, how do you get your Kaspa or crypto profits onto your bank or liquid? So I have my Kaspa on a Tangent wallet. I typically utilize the L-Bank exchange for the time being, which is one of the cheaper places to get hold of your Kaspa with 0.1% transaction fees. So I will typically send my Kaspa on my Tangent to L-Bank. Then I send it from L-Bank to another more well-respected and secure exchange, because L-Bank is not the best exchange. So I'll probably send it to Uphold, or I'll send it to Nexi, or I'll send it to a bigger exchange, one that can be more trusted. And then once I've done that, I'll then, extract it, if you will. Missed a step. I'll send my Kaspa. No, okay. Rewind it. Sorry. So yeah, Tangent, Kaspa to L-Bank. Then on my L-Bank, I'll transact the Kaspa to USDT. That's the step I missed. I'll change my Kaspa to USDT on L-Bank, because I don't think that's too problematic, because you can send, let's just say I use Coinbase, right? I'll put money into Coinbase, change it to USDT, send that USDT to L-Bank, and then use it to buy Kaspa. So I'm then just using my Kaspa, changing it to USDT, sending it back to Coinbase, and then I'll send that back to my bank. So it's quite a lengthy process. I can understand that. But for me, I do it because I believe it's partly the cheapest and also, I guess, safest way to do it. I know there's a lot of transactions, but of course, before every transaction, I send a small amount to make sure that the wallet address is correct and I'm not going to lose any of it. So yeah, I'll just make sure I do that because it's the safest way and it's the cheapest way for me to make sure I can change my Kaspa. At least that's what I would do, but as I stated before in the past, I have not taken any profits from Kaspa yet. I've done that with other projects, so that's an example of what I would do if I was to take out Kaspa. I'm going to be doing as the market increases and matures more and more. I'll be taking profits, of course. Small profits, but I'll be taking profits nonetheless. But that is the process I go about it right now. You can use whatever exchange you want, ultimately, but I suggest you change. If you have a Tangent wallet, which you should have a Tangent wallet, send it to an exchange, and then from the exchange, extract it to your bank. Just make sure the exchange is one that's trusted, because you don't want to lose your money. I've got a lot of friends buying Kaspa now once they study it, and they're all amazed. Yeah, well, as they should be. Hopefully, they're all in these live streams and in my Discord server as well, so they can learn more about it. Because there's loads more to learn about Kaspa, and I think it's been a great journey for all those who've got into it. I mean, I got into it at 5 cents. I was one of the earlier ones, and I've got mates of mine who, even to this day, I'm not too sure about buying. And I'm like, you're gonna miss out. I don't. It's 16 cents, and it's a product that's going to go up. Do you want to get into it? Fine. They think that Kaspa's got problems because it's scalable without programmability, and I'm like, yeah, you're right, but that's going to be solved very soon because they've got smart contract with method resistance on the way. So again, where's the problem with Kaspa? They just don't like proof of work, which I'm like, okay, well, say what you will. I'm not going to argue with that, but I think you're missing out. I truly think you're missing out. Thanks for 1 month of live streams and the Discord. Cheers, and Yep. Well, you're very welcome, my man. Chirp. You're welcome. I'm again a bit knackered today. I should be told it's been yesterday was a very hectic day, but I thoroughly enjoy doing these live streams and being here daily to just again spread the love of Kaspa with all of you guys. Weekends now here, at least for most of you. Although me, I don't stop. I say weekends almost here. Is here Saturday. See, this is what I mean. Days just blend together, man. I'm just here every single day grinding. But yeah, it's I'm going to hear tomorrow as well. Well, potentially, although tomorrow I might have to push the time back. We'll have to wait and see because tomorrow I might have something going on. I haven't heard much about it yet, but I've just been told about it. So I'll let everyone know about that in my Discord server when it happens. If I have to change my timing and whatnot. But yeah. Otherwise, then, streams will be daily as always, normally around this time, which is 4 p.m. GBT, 12 p.m. EST, 9 a.m. PT, and 11:30 in Australia. If you join the streams, as always, please leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more, because we're doing them daily, and I'm going to be doing them daily for the foreseeable future. And if you want to learn more, again, join my free Discord server, because that's the best way to get in contact with me, and also just to help build your knowledge, to help call these market sentiments, to understand, the potential direction where this market's going right now, because this market, in my opinion, is likely going to start going through a correction very shortly with rate cuts on the way, to which then we'll see a potential stem of the bleeding consolidation with Kaspa due to the fact that KRC20 is coming out, KRI is getting more involved, potential cracking listing, and so on and so forth, followed by eventually a reversal. How quickly it will be is, again, we'll have to find out more as time goes on. These developments could happen at any time and immediately cause a reversal. We'll have to wait and see. We don't know when the rate cuts are coming either. We just have to wait and see. But it's likely we'll see that happening. Selling 89% of the cycle, but all of our situations are many different. Yeah, exactly. I mean, how much you take from the cycle is completely up to you. I personally don't think I'll be taking that much out of Kaspa. But like you said, everyone's situations are different. Some people just want to take out, some people just want to make a profit in this market, get out and just live their life with their new house and just their family. And that's fantastic. I hope you can make a lot of money from Kaspa and be able to live your life perfectly. Me personally, I want to just hold Kaspa long term so I can, have the ability to do that sort of thing, just take money out and just live my life, but also then to continue living my life and make more money from Kaspa as time goes on. And I'm now just going through the chats trying to find the questions right now, because you guys are so active now and I love that. It makes it really hard to answer questions now. A lot of big time players in crypto like Michael Saylor know who Jonathan and Shai are and understand how important they are and were in the number of projects Genius is. Yeah, again, there's a very well known. I say well known. There's a I don't cite him too often. But I know where to find him. And this guy here, Captain Sats, or his at is at please Sats. He is just he repeats quite a lot of content on his X page, but what he does showcase time and time again is just the proof of industry experts, from the man here, Charles Hopkinson, to Jonathan, to Nick Szabo, the creator of smart contracts, to Vitalik Buterin, to papers from the BIS, just a constant. Look, you can see here, democratizing blockchain, a minimal agency consensus model. A research industry paper quoting Son Polinsky, a Viv Zohar, who is his mentor. There's constant information and proof out there that he provides, on his Twitter, showcasing time and time again industry experts talking about the three famous protocols: Ghost, Spectre, Phantom, that are all created by Son Polinsky and the Kaspa devs. And now Kaspa are going to that step up with Rusty Kaspa, and soon to have Dagnite, which will just blow everything out of the water. So again, it's very important to know, and it makes me so excited for where we're going to go with Kaspa in the future to come. And it's just going to keep going more and more. Again, the fact that, again, smart contracts, and Szabo, it's stated that they're experts in Bitcoin security, which is a skill and knowledge set in scarce supply. That in itself should give you so much optimism and confidence about where Kaspa's going. The fact that they're making smart contracts themselves with MEV resistance in the months and years to follow, hopefully by the end of the bull cycle, if not early 2026, Kaspa is just going to completely obliterate every project in this space as it develops more and more, and the adoption goes more and more as well. How do I buy/sell KRC20 tokens? There's no decentralized exchange. As it stands right now, I think you might have to wait for it to launch. But we'll find out more about that in due time. I can try and have a quick Google search for you to see if I can find out. But I think we might have to just wait and see for the time being. But let me just quickly look it up for you. So there's no decks right now for Kas 20 at the time, but you will be able to sell them on centralized exchanges, I'm sure, in due time. You've got over the counter as well, peer to peer. I think there'll be a means to do it very soon. Ultimately, I'm trying again. There's something I need to look into a little bit more myself right now. The Kas 20 is not even launched just yet. I think you can mint Kas 20 tokens right now, but you have to wait and see. But potentially, someone in the chat's already answered the question and helped, because again, I like that's ultimately again why I made the community server, just to help myself, but everyone in building our knowledge so we can all understand the information coming to us. If any tier 1 is decided to enter this Kaspa, they have to buy it, which drive the price of market cap Kaspa. Yeah, 100%. If a tier 1 decides to list Kaspa, which we've got Kraken confirmed, we've got OKX, who are part of the foundation, who they haven't confirmed listing Kaspa, but it's inevitable they will. We've got Binance, who have a zero fees mining pool futures contract, and a lot of the potential speculation that they're going to list Kaspa this year. Coinbase funded the research. We've got a lot of tier 1s that want to list Kaspa, but because of the proof of work, they have to accumulate the supply. Whether they do that through mining, which would be insane, and we speculated about that in previous streams, that they could be mining Kaspa, which is why we've seen the hash rate go parabolic. The tier 1s are mining Kaspa to get the accumulation up, or they're going to have to straight up buy it over the counter. We'll have to wait and see, but they have to build up their accumulation before they can list Kaspa, and therefore that will give it the adoption it needs to, compete with the bigger projects and potentially reach a top 10 in this cycle. We need Kas 20 ASAP. When can we expect it to launch? Well, the date is yet to be confirmed. Sham is yet to be confirmed, but now that we have gone through the RBF and APIs, we can see that the closed beta did very, very well, seeing nearly 40 million transactions on testnet 10. So imagine how good it will be on testnet 11 on the 10 BPS. We are going to most likely see a launching, I believe, I would like to speculate in the next 2 weeks. It will come this September, there's no doubt about it. And right now it looks like it's been very, very successful. So we're going to see a relaunch very, very soon. We had a closed beta, so I suspect we'll probably see an open beta coming in the next week or two, followed by then the full launch, should that be successful. So again, I think it'll be very, 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 very soon. Small contracts in Kas 20 are peanuts compared to what's about to happen in the energy sector. True, yeah. From what I remember, which I have got this timestamped in this roundtable that I listened to 2 weeks ago with the KRI, who joined in at around the 40-minute mark. Rory O'Neill from the KRI confirmed at the... which minute mark was it? It was the 41 minute and 45 second mark. That the energy sector is one of the most valuable on the planet. Emissions market by 2030 was valued or predicted to be at $2 trillion a year. And therefore the underlying assets, which could therefore be Kaspa in 6 years' time, are deemed as extremely valuable. So, and they need capital scalability and decentralization and security for these projects in the energy sector to work the way they want it to handle DLT at scale. So the energy sector is going to do amazing things should Kaspa get utilized, which it seems going to be utilized. And then all these other, factors regarding smart contracts Kas 20, which will help with Kaspa's, adoption as well. It seems almost insignificant, but they are still very, very important, as we're going to see more and more things coming for Kaspa in due time. As Robert says, ultimately just remain logical, don't be emotional, and just continue building your knowledge, man. That's all it is, just build your knowledge. Benefits of Tangent is cold storage. You cannot put a stop loss on an asset, right? I don't think you can put a stop loss on the asset. I mean, that's more so into trading. If you want to put a stop loss, I think you have to keep it on exchange. But the problem is, if you put it on exchange, there's a higher. There's more. If it's on an exchange, it's not your asset. You might own it, but it's on the exchange, so they, by any means, whenever they want to, could just take it all. That's the shortcomings. That's the worries of exchange. That's why I preach that you should always have a cold storage. Tangent, OneKey. Some people use Ledger. I don't particularly use it. But cold storage hardware wallets are the safest way to store your crypto. You can't put stop losses on them, to my knowledge, but it will keep your crypto safe. And ultimately, if you're building your knowledge more and more, obviously things can happen. You can't predict everything, but you build your knowledge more and more, you should hopefully be able to call potential corrections in the market to then give yourself the time to take your money from your Kaspa from Tangent onto an exchange and put a stop loss. So then if it reaches that, you don't lose it. Ed Dunbar, really like your videos when Polygon Matic make their changes. Will it affect sending? Will it affect sending on the Polygon network? Probably. Potentially. Again, I'll give that a quick Google search for you because it's something that I also need to know myself. So when Polygon Matic makes their changes, will it affect sending on the Polygon network? From the looks of it, yes, it will. It can potentially affect the process of sending transactions onto the network, because it could, you could see protocol upgrades, network congestion, security patches, there are numerous features that it could affect. So they probably will be affected. So ultimately, you just got to keep your eyes on the Polygon, Twitter page, the forums, to look and see what they're advising you to do. If there's anything you need to do. There probably will be effects, yeah, but you just got to make sure, again, you keep in the loop so you don't end up missing out. Matic is changing their name and rebranding to Pol, which is supposed to be Epic. Oh, that's interesting. Very interesting. Well, Bitcoin also dropped after the bull run. Okay, just going through the questions now. Or going through the chat, people just loving spreading the love and stuff in the chat. That is true from what I've seen before, but I've also spoke about this in previous streams, and I spoke about this in my community as well. I spoke about it. We had a conversation with Cody, my man, about the concept of decentralization and centralization, and the fact that the co-founder of the blockchain, a man called W. Scott Scornetta, who is one of the few people who has been quoted in the original Satoshi white paper, he confirmed in an interview that Bitcoin is gradually becoming more centralized and it's accelerating. And it's understandable with ETFs getting involved and more big institutions starting to hold Bitcoin. Right now, I'm pretty sure that just Fidelity and BlackRock combined, those two alone, they own 142. So, a 42th, 42nd. I don't even, what the percentile of that, so I can just so I can get percentile in percentage. It is a 2, so yeah, it's not a sizable amount, but at the same time, you've got to think about it, this is growing more and more. So Fidelity and BlackRock combined together, they own just a little over 2.3% of the total supply of Bitcoin. And that's growing more and more. So in due time, if they own more supply, it does make Bitcoin more centralized in that regard. Especially considering that, BlackRock are the largest shareholder of Marathon, who are mining Bitcoin as well. So be able to accumulate more and more. Energy is the biggest sector, biggest in the planet. Every single person, business, and householders use energy. Yeah, exactly. Energy is a very, very big market, one of the biggest. Again, in the roundtable, Roy O'Neill confirmed the 5 biggest applications for the blockchain space, and therefore what they're going to utilize for Kaspa as well. He stated this at the 54-minute mark, 25 seconds. The 5 biggest enterprise applications in the blockchain space is energy, supply chain, public sector, cross-border payments, settlement of contract within financial institutions. And they want Kaspa to be utilized for all of that. They have projects they're working on where they're going to hopefully be able to rival and, if not surpass, what Ripple and XRP and Hedera HBAR are doing within the finance sector. So there's a lot. The KRI potentially could be very, very influential and massive for Kaspa in its future growth, which again makes me very, very bullish for what is incoming. And yes, as Roy said, I've said this myself as well. There are going to be a lot of sellers at the dollar but it's going to be an interesting time to see, most definitely, because you've got to keep in mind that I've said it myself that I'm going to be taking profits in Kaspa. Probably take a little bit. I'm not going to take a sizable bag, but I'll take a little bit, probably at $1, probably at 2, 2.5, 3, and then at that point when it gets to 3, I'll probably just wait to where I believe that the top will be, which might be 5, 7. We'll have to wait and see. But the dollar will be a major, major milestone. Of course, it will be. The dollar will be a major, major milestone for Kaspa. A lot of people who've been in Kaspa since under a cent, even now at 16 cents, you're making over a 5x in your investment if you take out at $1. I don't think people will just straight up sell their whole bag, but there will be a lot of people taking profits at $1. But at the same time, you've got to keep in mind that it will be counterbalanced with the fact that people who didn't believe in Kaspa originally will look at its charts, its all-time chart, and they'll see it reach $1 and be like, oh gosh, this project reached $1. And they'll do research and they'll have to look into it and think, why has it reached $1 from it being worth nothing, having such a bullish green chart in its whole lifetime, now reaching $1? What is this project about? And they'll end up realizing, Bitcoin 2.0, Trilemma solver, block DAG technology, 10 blocks per second. By that point, it will be 10 blocks per second, I'm sure. We'll end up seeing a lot of adoption surge into Kaspa at $1 as well. So you'll see a combination of new people flooding in and people coming out. At least that's my personal belief. And especially by that point as well, we'll see more tier ones as well, I believe. I mean, I don't think Kaspa could really... I'm saying this because it doesn't matter either way because tier ones are coming, but I think Kaspa would struggle to hit $1 quickly or significantly if it didn't have any tier ones. But with tier ones, it could definitely hit that. And quicker than expected as well. And that's coming. Kraken, Binance, potentially Coinbase, OKX, Gemini, Robinhood, all the big ones, Crypto.com. I'm sure they're looking into Kaspa. They've confirmed that as well. Wolfie confirmed that looking into big exchanges looking into Kaspa. They have been doing so for 6 months. So, yeah, in that regard, I think we will be seeing a lot of people taking profits, but also a lot of people surging into the market at the same time. So, we'll have to see how far it corrects. How high can FET AI go in 2025? FET price prediction. Okay, well, let's have a look at FET, shall we? I don't know too much about FET just yet, so I can't give a deep dive prediction. If it's FET AI, so this one here, currently valued at 1.17, just short of $3 billion market cap, 213 at 24-hour trading volume. That's quite sizable. It's quite big, much bigger than Kaspa's right now. It's got pretty much all the major exchanges: Coinbase, Binance, Kraken, OKX, Crypto.com. So all big exchanges as well. All-time chart. It was launched just before the last bull cycle, 2019. So coming to the end of the 2018 bull cycle. Then, didn't do very well. This is a bull cycle last time round, and then it's done amazing things as of late. Obviously, it's come back down, but done really well as late. So I can't give a prediction based off that, because I've not done enough research into it. But it's definitely a project that I think. The fact of the matter is, it's an AI project as well, and evidently quite a big one, and evidently it's got a lot of traction as of late as well. So this is a project that will potentially do very, very well because AI is becoming a quickly growing market. AI and crypto kind of go hand in hand, and AI is growing more and more. I actually saw something earlier. I pray I can find it, but I don't know if I can. But I saw something earlier regarding AI, which again is just more bulletproof for AI coming as well. I don't think I'll be able to find it. I'll try and find it for the next stream if I can. But yes, I think that's something that has the potential. I mean, just for the sake of the matter, that I'll probably just save. Maybe, I suspect it will return to this peak here of $3 in the actual bull cycle and surpass that. So it's something that I'm not going to give a price prediction on because I don't know the project well enough. So I can't make a prediction on that. But I can say it's going to probably surpass $3 from here in the cycle. So it's a project that is definitely worth doing more research into, which I'm going to, in due time, when I'm still in my knowledge on other projects as well, I'm going to start making subcategories in my free Discord server so people can, have an understanding of different markets within crypto, being gaming, AI, real world assets, the just proof of work aspect as well, and so on and so forth. But yeah, it looks like a decent project from that alone. Will it be better than Kaspa in terms of like potential growth? I think that would be tough, but again, this is a project that I think is worth hedging a bet on. I think it's a project that'd be worth hedging. I think it's something that I'll definitely be looking to hedge, to expand portfolio and probably have a little bit as well. Now I'm going to answer some more questions in just a moment, but we are wrapping up to the hour mark, so I want to quickly finish off the rest of the stuff that I had prepared for this video before I get into the rest of the questions, which is it's kind of few and far between. Not much about it, but it's this here for one, which I'm going to put in my server again later on today, which is just again a small clip of this speaker here who basically just says that right now it looks like the Fed are going to cut rates 4 times over the next 8 months, which, as we know, as I've showcased and I've told in the past, rate cuts cause corrections. That does mean it's going to happen within the bull cycle. So when this happens, these rate cuts, we'll probably see a small correction followed by an even bigger spike in the market. But again, this is because again, there's such a worry of recession right now. The market's in such a dire state. You know, more and more. I mean, it's again, look, dire state. More and more layoffs are coming in. Goldman Sachs fires 1.3 thousand workers. More layoffs coming in because they haven't got the finances to keep people employed. Also, with AI coming in more and more, they don't need people to be working at banks anymore. Bankers are getting laid off left, right, and centre in preparation for, you know, a 24-hour system with a new economy. So yeah, ultimately we're going to see more people getting laid off, unfortunately, which is a sign of a change, and, you know, the sign of crypto growing more and more, especially in the banking sector. Potentially you could see more and more rate cuts incoming as well, which will be corrections followed by more bullish price movement, and just again further growth of crypto from there. And Kaspa in particular, with all the projects coming through it right now, the developments, that I could go on for days and days about everything coming to Kaspa. Whatever price Kaspa is at late 2025, I'm taking 99% of my profit and buying back during the bear market. I mean, yeah, not a bad strategy. I think, yeah, I mean, ultimately, the reason why I say that is because I think it's always worth keeping a little bit in Kaspa. If you want to take 99% and keep 1% there, by all means, go for it, my man. Hopefully, it's still a sizable bag. And hopefully, you can make a lot of money back off that as well. I'll be taking some profit, definitely, but I'll probably be holding Kaspa long term. Just because, again, it's something that, I mean, taking profits, there's nothing wrong with taking profits. Absolutely nothing wrong with taking profits. As long as you're not taking out your whole bag, right? Because if you take out your whole bag and you call it incorrectly, you lose everything. Like, when I've invested in the past, I will look into a project and I'll typically, let's say I just put $50 in. $50 in it, 2 X's, and now I'm at $100. I'll take $50 back out and then just play the $50. I've lost no money now. That's kind of, I guess, that's a way of looking at it. That's the way that that's the way I made money in the last bull cycle with Vulcan Forge. Vulcan Forge, it went 2x. I took the money back out, so I made a profit. Overnight, it you know, dipped considerably. So then I was like, okay, well, I'm going to take the rest of my bag out, and I made a 2x. So yeah, that's not a bad strategy, Goku. I think that's wise, to say the least. Shogun, what's up, my man? Do you like Mantra? It seems like a pretty solid RWA play. Let's look at Mantra, shall we? 76, just short of $1. $767 million market cap, 9.9, so just short of 10 million, 24-hour trading volume. It launched 2020. It started seeing some surge in adoption as of recently, as of this year. Otherwise, it's been pretty down since then. So those who are in here, you're very, very happy, because you would have made sizable profit if you were in going into the beginning of the year. So starting if you were in beginning 2024, you've made a very, very hefty bag already, from 2 cents to 91, 45x. So big on you guys. Major exchanges, I don't see Coinbase, but I see every other major exchange there. So yeah, I mean, it looks like a very, very decent project. Definitely one that's also, if it's a real world asset as well, definitely worth, again, adding to the watch list and looking more into to see whether it's worth to invest or not. As it has pumped to 25 and the bull market's still incoming, at 1.25, it means that there should, I mean, if it's a good project, then there should hopefully be a chance for it to return to that autumn high and surpass it. But again, something to look more into right now. Right now, I see circulating supply, total supply. So yeah, I think it's something worth looking into. And Leroy also believes that it's quite a decent project as well. So yeah, definitely something to look into. I'll be looking more into that. And again, as time goes on into Discord, again, shameless plug, my free Discord server. If you want to join it, feel free to join it. As time goes on, I'll be upgrading, let's say, the Discord server and creating subcategories to build more knowledge into other projects as well. What do you think about dupe on Solana? I don't know about it. Jupiter, $1 billion market cap, $50 million trading volume, slightly down, launched earlier this year. Okay, Binance, okay, so everything but Coinbase again, pretty much. So it's got the adoption. It's a very, very new project. I don't know what the project's really about. Do a quick look at the about. It's just a swap. Okay, so I mean, yeah, it's something that, again, it being a sizable project, is something that most likely will catch the bull market, and therefore will likely pump. How high, I cannot tell you. But it's probably something worth looking into. But it is currently down from its initial launch by 53%. So I have to it's something that may be looking into, but I can't give just based on the chart alone, like, it's got exchange listings, it's a decently sized project, the volume's good as well. For the meantime, that's close to Kappa's right now. But if it's based on the Solana chain, then if it's based on limited Solana chain, then it may not do so well when Solana potentially ends up losing a lot of its liquidity. Hopefully, potentially with Kaspa coming out as well, the KRT20 that might steal the liquidity from Solana. So I have to wait and see. FET to the moon 2024. I mean, for your guys' sake, I hope so. If you're invested into FET and it goes to the moon, then more power to you guys. I mean, again, keep in mind the biggest of the bull cycle will happen in October to November 2025. This is only the 4th bull cycle, right? To my knowledge, yes. Let me go to Bitcoin. I mean, the Bitcoin. Okay, cool. Love that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I suspect so that Bitcoin is probably about the 4th cycle, yeah. So, and there'll be more to come as well as time goes on. I've been buying Kaspa since 0.05, sold 60k when it hit 12 cents, and I want to slap myself. Never again. Lesson learned. I mean, yeah. If you sold your whole bag, then yeah, that was pretty unfortunate, let's just say. But if you took profits, then nothing wrong with that. You could have made, like, ultimately, you've got to keep in mind that if you took profits and the project keeps going up, did you lose money? No. You could have potentially made more money, but ultimately you didn't lose money. If you took your whole bag, you know, either way you didn't lose money, you still made profit. You just could have potentially made more, but it's not a problem because you still made money. Like, the worst, in that mindset is actually not a healthy one to have, truth be told, because that's quite an emotional mindset. I'm not trying to, belittle you at all, Robert. I'm just stating from my experience and what I've heard from my experience in trading and whatnot, and crypto and other investment markets, that if you've made money, yes, you could have made more, but ultimately it's a whole, like, if buts and maybe like potential. It's like, okay, cool, you could have made more money, but you didn't. But ultimately, you made profit. End of the day, you should be happy with the profit you made, and it just means that, okay, well, you look into it again, and you're like, oh, maybe you'll try a different strategy this time around and think, okay, I'll hold it longer term this time around. But when you're trying to invest into on risk asset markets like this, try to remain logical and remove emotion from the equation, because emotions can be very dangerous and cost a lot of investors to lose money. You have a strategy for where you want to take profits. If you thought capital was going to peak at 12 cents and you took then and it went up, your strategy it worked. Your strategy for investing worked. You got in at 0.05, sold at 12 cents because you thought capital was going to peak, and you made money. So your strategy worked. It's just that maybe you want to revise your strategy a little bit, but it didn't fail. You just didn't make as much money. So I wouldn't be too hard on yourself, my man, honestly. But I've now surpassed the hour mark, so I'm going to be wrapping up very, very quickly, asking a few more questions as we go on right now. Can you check out Elf, a new AI project that's going to be insane gains on it? I'll have a look at Elf for you real quick right now, my man. Oh, I think I've been told about this in the past already as well. Yeah, I have. I've already got a wish listed. Yeah, so it looked like it was quite decent. Based on the fact that it had some major exchanges, the circulating supply is not bad. The market cap's all right. The volume is it's small right now, but it's not too bad. I think it's a decent project for like a mid cap project that has potential, especially if it is AI, because AI has a very, very strong a very strong future ahead of itself right now if it's a good AI project. So it's something that is worth looking into more. So I can't make a prediction on where it's going to go, because again, this was its first bull cycle. This was its second bull cycle where it's a lot lower. And now it's sitting around 38 cents, 37 cents. So we'll have to see where it goes from there. But I think it's worth looking into more. So definitely, you can mine data for the AI. AI mining is about to be the new wave. Mining data is going to be crazy. Well, if that's true, then equally very, very bullish for the future of mining, and also for AI as well. So this could be very, very big. AI, I mean, the three markets. Well, I guess four. It's four markets. I guess that I've got my eyes on, which is pretty much most of crypto right now, truth be told, there are other markets like metaverse and NFT stuff like that, but I'm not too well versed in that right now. That might change. But obviously you've got proof of work, which is pretty much just Bitcoin and Kaspa in my eyes. Then you got the real world assets, which include the likes of XRP, XLM, XDC, Quant, Algorand, HBAR, etc., which all look like they have potential. They have use case. The institutions want to use them as well right now. You've got gaming, which I'm a big fan of, which I've made most of the money from gaming projects. This cycle round, it'll probably be Kaspa, of course, but in the past it was a gaming project. So you had Vulcan Forge, you have Myria that's just come out recently, Gallo was the last cycle as well. You got Ultra, made money from that last cycle as well. Nakamoto, GFAR came out recently as well. So those projects I'm looking into as well. And then you got AI. And AI is a project, it's a sector that I'm getting more involved into right now. Of course, a project that seems to be growing very, very quickly and could make a lot of money. Ultimately, all the stuff I'm going to be talking about more so, and making subcategories in my Discord server in the months to follow. So again, if you want to learn more, stay tuned to that, join the server, and you'll be hopefully building knowledge through that and helping call these market sentiments to, be a part of what will be the biggest wealth transfer in history. I'm hoping to start utilizing profits to grow my Kaspa mining, to be honest. I'm over trading, and I'll take a Kas in a cold wallet or $5 over USD in the bank. I think taking profits, again, I think it's a smart thing to do with investing. It's always worth taking profits, and I think as long as you can keep filling your Kaspa bag and then take profits when you can, I think you're good, my man. So keep up the strategy, keep up the investing, and more power to you. Hopefully you make millions of dollars, my man. Do you guys know Kaspa will be tokenizing real world assets also? Kaspa literally the one-stop shop. Watch how the meme tokens. I'm sure the meme tokens on the Kas20 will explode, because meme tokens in itself, when they're initially launched, tend to have a lot of initial volatility, which is good. And it being connected to Kaspa, one of the fastest growing projects in the space, even Marathon, CEO Fred Thiel stated that it's a very interesting project that's growing very, very quickly. It'll probably do, the meme token on Kas20 will probably do very, very well. When this launches, it's gonna probably, I'm not going to say it's going to, cause Kaspa's price to spike immediately, but it will probably cause a lot of adoption coming to Kaspa, and we'll probably start seeing more adoption grow, which will in time cause a price rise for Kaspa as well. I think Kaspa will hit at least a 200 billion market cap in the next 2 years. That would be insane. I can't speculate that for myself, because I think it really depends, because there's so many market sentiments that are incoming, with mainly surrounding institutional adoption, that we have to see how it develops in the next year or two. They've been doing this for a very, very long time. A lot of developments are speeding up right now, but we have to see what happens in the next 2 years. $200 billion market cap would be very, very big, and of course that would be great for Kaspa and us investors. But I'm not too fussed on market cap, and the reason why is because market cap is not the do or die, and that's been confirmed by the blue. I mean, I've spoke about this again in the past. I'll speak about it again as I'm now wrapping up. Which is that in this this blue stock asset blue chip index, this thing right here, which I've also linked, I think, in my server already, if not I'm about to. The stock digital asset blue chip index sets a new standard for high quality digital asset investments. This is what's utilized by institutional investors. It's what caters to them, and they confirm that focusing on adoption, security, community, and innovation is important, not just market cap. I'm not too bothered about market cap. Right now, market cap's important. Yes, by all means, do your research and look into market cap and think where you're going to go. But in the future, market cap won't matter. At least it won't be the only factor. What matters is on its use case, its utility, and how good the project actually is. The adoption, security, community, and innovation, which those 4 words alone, think about for Kaspa. Adoption, security, hash rate wise, Kaspa is growing higher and higher. Community here is the strongest there is in the space, in my opinion. Apart from Bitcoin Maxi, I guess, but very, very strong. And innovation, who is more innovative than Kaspa? There isn't one. So Kaspa in that regard is going to, this is for me further proof that Kaspa is going to do very, very well. I have 1.1 million Kas coins, 220k Brett coins, and 3k worth of Hoppy. Will I be a millionaire? Probably. I mean, you have 1.1 million Kaspa coins. If that reaches just $1, you're already a millionaire. So yeah, probably. I think you're doing very well, Glitch Guru. Oh, you didn't say your whole bag, just like your initial investment. Oh, but then you're fine. That's a great strategy then, Robert. Honestly. Like you went in at 0.05, took out at 12 cents, didn't take out your whole bag, you just took out your initial investment. Okay, that's then I get it. I get it, but again, you've got to detach the emotional side of it. Yes, you could have made more money if you kept it in, but you took profits. That's not a problem. You made your initial investment back, and now you're just sitting on the investment that you made, the money you've made, and let it go, keep riding up. You're golden, my man. So I don't think that's a bad strategy at all. Yes, there's always the if buts and maybe and what could have been, but if you that's the emotional side of you speaking there. You've got to think logically and think, okay, well, I could have made more money, but it doesn't matter. I've made profit, and I'm gonna make more because I still got more money invested. So you're fine, my man. Honestly, you're fine. But anyways, as it's now, definitely surpassed the hour mark, an hour and 10 minutes. That is definitely going to be me back on the stream for today. 1 month strong now. Very, very massive milestone for me. Hopefully it'll continue on from there. And hopefully we'll see a lot more people joining the server and the Discourse community server, and also these streams as, Kaspa goes more and more adoption, and this channel goes more and more as well. As always, if you enjoy these streams, I'll be doing them daily, and I plan to continue to do so. Leave a like, share with your friends, subscribe for more. I'll be back tomorrow most likely, if hopefully the same time. If not, I'll be letting people know in my community server again. So yeah, I've heard about Gary Network. I'll cover that in tomorrow's stream if that's alright with you, because I do have some other business to attend to, unfortunately, right now. But yes, thank you very much for watching the stream, and